I'm standing at the crossroads of the life I had, and the life I'm supposed to want by now. One road leads back to everything we shared. One road leads away, I don't know how. To choose between the gravity of memory and the open sky of something new. So I've been standing halfway in the darkness, halfway in the morning, halfway between me and you. The birds have started singing and the stars are going home. The world is waking up around a man who stands alone. Halfway between the leaving and the long way back, halfway on a road that has no map. I'm halfway home, but I don't know which home I mean. Halfway home, in the space between what was and what could be, between your arms and something free. I'm halfway home and nowhere in between. I called you from a payphone in a town I didn't know. 3 rings and then I hung up. Couldn't let you know that I was that close and still that far away, that I had 100 things I couldn't say. Like how I missed the way you burned the toast, and how you laughed about it with the most unguarded joy I've ever seen a person wear. God, I miss that laugh. I miss that laugh beyond repair. And now I'm in this diner at a corner table small, watching strangers live their lives inside these walls. And every couple here looks like we used to be, before the halfway swallowed all of me. I'm halfway home, but I don't know which home I mean. Halfway home, in the space between your voice and all this silence, your warmth and all this cold. I'm halfway home, but halfway's getting old. Getting old. What does home mean when the place you built it doesn't hold you anymore? What does moving on mean when every step you take forward feels like closing one more door on something that deserve to stay open, that deserved to be more.
Walk through desert heat and mountain cold. I've seen the places where the young grow old. I've chased the sunset to the other side and found that every sunset leads to you inside. You photograph us crossed 1,000 miles inside my jacket next to every trial. A worn and faded corner creased with time. The only map I've needed, you are mine. They said the distance was too great to cross. They said some loves can't carry all that cost. They measured everything in miles and years. so small across the miles, and then I'd lay there listening to you breathe and know that home was just a voice, and that's enough to go. I've slept in stations, terminals, and cars, beneath 100 different sets of stars. But every ceiling that I've stared up through had your name written in the dark where no one knew. The world said find someone a little closer. The world said love should be more practical. But practical is what you choose when you don't know yet what it means to feel this radical. This radical and raw and overwhelming. This absolutely certain and on fire. This thing that makes the impossible seem simple. This thing that makes a man a little higher. I would cross the world for you, through every storm and ocean wide. I would cross the world for you, through every dark and mountain high. There is no road too long, no sea too wide to swim. I would cross the world, I would burn it down and cross the world again and again for you. Distance is just distance, it's just space between two hearts, and hearts were made for crossing. Every distance kept apart. Time is just a number, just the turning of a page, and love is not diminished by the turning of an age. So call me from wherever you have landed. Call me from the edges of the earth. I'll be in my car, and I'll be driving to wherever you are. That's what you are worth. That's what you're worth to me. Every mile, every year, every sacrifice, every tear, every border, every sea. You are worth everything. I would cross the world for you. I'd cross it twice if once wasn't enough. I would cross the world for you, through every beautiful and rough. Oh, there is no force on earth, no time, no wall that keeps me from you. Nothing keeps me from you. Nothing at all. I would cross the world. I would cross the world. I would cross the whole world. The whole world for you. Always for you. I've walked through desert heat and mountain cold. I've seen the places where the young grow old. I've chased the sunset to the other side, and found that every sunset leads to you inside. Your photograph has crossed 1,000 jacket next to every trial.
The apartment's dark except the street light through the blind. It cuts across the ceiling in a pattern I can find. At 3 a.m. when everything that held me has let go, and all I have is wanting you with nowhere left to go. I've counted all the reasons this is foolish and is wrong. I've written them and burned them, and I've hummed them like a song. But desire doesn't answer to the rational and clear. Desire only answers in the dark, and you are here. But I am in the fire of a longing for your voice that swallows every reason and leaves nothing but the choice to reach into the darkness and admit what I have been carrying through every day, like that I should have said long since. Desire in the dark is the most honest thing I know. Desire in the dark is where the real feelings go. When the daylight's done pretending and the night tells what is true, my desire in the dark is reaching out for you, always reaching out for you. I found your number written on a paper in my coat, the one I wore the night you leaned across and wrote it slowly with a smile that said you knew exactly what you were beginning and what doors were being shut. I'm the version of my life that was predictable and fine, the version where I didn't cross the room and make you mine, or try to, that's the word, try to not succeed. better than to call tonight, but the knowing and the doing are two different kinds of fight. And I am losing one of them in this dark apartment with the street light on the ceiling and your name inside my mouth. I am losing the one that says, be careful, be considered, be the man who doesn't reach. I am losing it to the one that says some things are worth the reaching, even when, especially when the reaching teaches everything you missed. Desire in the dark, I am done pretending otherwise. Desire in the dark is alive behind my eyes. And the morning can have its reason, and the daylight its control. But the desire in the dark is the truest part of me. I had 1,000 chances at the table. I had 1,000 mornings side by side, but I was always either too distracted or too proud to let you see me from inside. I'd start the sentence, then I'd lose my nerve. I'd feel the words and then I'd watch them curve back into silence where they always went. A million unsaid things, a man unspent. And now the table's set for one at dinner, and now the morning comes for only me. And everything I kept inside for safety is the very thing destroying what I breathe. Everything
made ordinary Tuesday mornings feel like something sacred. And I was too busy being somewhere in my head to tell you that I am telling you now. Across whatever distance this is, across whatever silence sits between us now, you were everything, and I should have said it every single day. I should have said it every single day. Everything I didn't say, I'm saying it right now. Everything I didn't say is finally breaking out. Every beautiful and obvious, every soft and true. Everything I didn't say was always, always all about you. Every single word, every silence kept, every night I swallowed all that love instead. Everything I didn't say was you, was you, was you, was you, was you. Was you. I had 1,000 chances at the table. I had 1,000 mornings side by side. I had 1,000 chances at the table. I had 1,000 mornings side by side. I had 1,000 chances at the table. I had 1,000 mornings side by side. But I was always either too distracted or too proud to let you see me from inside. I'd start the sentence and I'd lose my nerve. I'd feel the words and then I'd watch them curve back into silence where they always went. The party's winding down and people start to leave. The room grows thin with coats and keys and things retrieved. And then across the empty ink and amber-lit expanse, I find you standing there, and suddenly there's nothing left to chance. Because some moments have a gravity all their own. Some eyes across the room can make you feel less alone than 20 years of being fine and managing and
And I found that kind of moment in your eyes tonight.
I don't know your name yet, but I know your face was made for exactly this kind of late and amber lit, and rain outside the window kind of night. I don't know your story yet, but I know I want to, in the way that you want something that you know will change the shape of all your life. There's a midnight in your eyes that I wanna get lost in tonight. There's a midnight in your eyes that makes everything right. Every shadow, every secret, every dark and lovely thing. There's a midnight in your eyes, and I wanna know what morning means when I've been lost in you all night, in you all night.
You tilted your head when I finally crossed the room, like you had been expecting me to come there soon. Like this was something both of us had known before it happened, before either of us had even spoken.
You said my name the way that names are meant to sound, when they are found by someone who has finally found the person that the name belongs to, whole and clear. And I said yours back slowly, just to keep it here in my mouth, in this moment, before the world comes back.
Outside the rain is writing something on the street, something about the way that certain people meet at the exact right moment of the exact right night,
When everything inside them finally gets to be right. There's a midnight in your eyes, every star I've never named. There's a midnight in your eyes, and I will never be the same from this moment and this amber, from this rain and this room. There's a midnight in your eyes, and I am stepping in completely, willingly into you, into the midnight of you.
I have been in rooms before, I have met eyes across the spaces, I have had the conversation that goes
Nowhere and erases, but this is different. This is the kind of different
that you feel before you name it, that you know before you know it.
that you fall before you've fallen. This is the kind of night that you remember when you're old, when you're trying to explain to someone young what love felt like the first time
You tell them about a room
and a party winding down,
and the rain, and a pair of eyes that had midnight in them, and how you crossed the whole expanse of your entire life.
in 20 steps.
party's winding down and people start to leave. The room grows thin with coats and keys and things retrieved. And then across the emptying and amber-lit expanse, I find you standing.
Tonight, the street lamps bleed their yellow light. I'm standing at the edge of everything we built, with nothing left but memory and guilt. You photograph beside the phone, the one where both of us were whole, before the cracks became the canyon that we fell into, the place where broken lovers dwell. But even in the wreckage, even in the dark, I still feel the burning of your mark. Some fires don't go out, they just burn lower. Some loves don't let go, they just grow colder, never gone. There's a fire in the rain that nobody else can see. A fire in the rain that you left burning in me. Thunder takes the sky, but it can't take what's true. There's a fire in the rain, and it's all because of you. I drove past where we used to go, that corner bar with lights down low, the jukebox playing something slow and sad and right, the way it always did on Friday night. The barman poured without me asking. He remembered what I'm always having. 2 drinks in and I can almost hear your voice cutting through the noise like it's a choice. But even strangers in a crowded room can feel a man still haunted by a wound. So I raise my glass to everything we had, to every good and every beautiful and bad. There's a fire in the rain that nobody else can see. A fire in the rain that you left burning in me. Thunder takes the sky, but it can't take what's true. There's a fire in the rain, and it's all because of you. I've been told that time will wash it clean, that eventually the heart forgets what feelings mean. But time's a liar dressed in calendar pages, and this heart's been burned something was worth having, and I would rather burn than never feel this way.
Build my wall so high the sun forgot to come. I wore my armor even sleeping, even numb. I told myself that strong meant never letting go, that real men didn't bleed where other people know. But then you came with all your hurricane and light, and tore the whole constructed fortress overnight. And standing in the rubble of everything I'd made, I found the only real thing I had never said. I'm not as strong as I have led you to believe. I'm not the stone I made myself out to be. Beneath the silence and the stillness and the pride, he's just a man who's terrified inside. I'm brave enough to break, brave enough to show the cracks, brave enough to break, and not pretend I can hold back. All these years of keeping everything inside, I'm brave enough to love you, brave enough to try, brave enough to break for the first time in my life, brave enough to break. The night I almost called you from the parking lot, I sat there for an hour with what I almost got. The courage to admit that I was lost without the kind of love I never learned to live without. I drove home in the rain and told myself again that needing someone was a weakness and a sin. But sin has never felt as honest as this ache, and weakness never looked as brave as what I take. They gave us all these rules about the
counted every feeling and its cost. You are allowed to break. You are allowed to feel. You are allowed to be completely human and completely constructed lie. I'm brave enough to love you, brave enough to cry, brave enough to stand here completely open wide, brave enough to break and find that breaking is the bravest thing of all my life. The bravest thing of all my life. Breaking and brave, breaking and brave. Finally free. Last train's pulling out beneath the city lights. I'm standing at the platform holding on to fight against the tide of everything that says let go, against the voice inside that says you have to know. When something's over, it is over and it's done. But every nerve inside me screams you are the one I build my every waking dream around, the one whose absence is the loudest kind of sound. I know what all the reasonable voices say. I know the dawn is coming for this night, but reason never loved you the way I do, and reason never held you in this light. So I'm asking for one more hour, one more chance to feel this real, one more moment standing at the edge of everything I know is true. Hold on to the night, don't let the morning take you yet. Hold on to the night, too beautiful to just forget. Every star above us, every breath we share. Hold on to the night, like love was never meant to fade, like hearts were never meant to break. Hold on, hold on to the night. I've written out the speech 100 times, the one where I'm mature and say it's fine. But standing here I can't remember words that sound more hollow than the truth I've heard. 'Cause you were every summer I have known, that you were every place that felt like home, that somewhere in the years between us both I stopped being a man and became
the edge of everything we made, because the night won't last, and we both know it, because the morning comes for every soul. But what we did here in this darkness was the bravest and most beautiful we'll ever know. Hold on to the night, let it last a little more. Hold on to the night, that's what these nights are for. Every broken hallelujah, every tear that falls like rain. Hold on to the night, because the morning always comes, but nothing takes away what the night has done. Hold on, hold on, hold on to the night. Hold on to the night. The night, the night, oh, the night, the night.
The house is dark except for one small flame. I set it in the window just in case you came. The neighbors probably think I've lost my mind. A grown man burning candles for someone left behind. I made your favorite coffee, let it cool. I'm not sure when I stopped being rational, but rational was never what we were. Two people burning bright and burning hard. The midnight comes and goes without a sound. The candle keeps on burning, burning down. And I keep watching shadows on the wall, pretending every one of them is you. Coming down the hall, there's a candle in the window burning low. A light I keep for you so you will know that wherever you have gone, whatever road you're on, there's a candle in the window, and I won't let it go. Not tonight, not ever. I won't let it go. I found your scarf behind the bedroom door, the one you wore that winter, nothing more.
tick is just another proof that time moves even under a broken roof. The second hour passes down the third. I haven't moved, I haven't said a word. Just watching how the wax runs slowly down, like every promise melting to the ground. There's a candle in the window burning low, a light I keep for you so you will know that wherever you have gone, whatever road you're on, there's a candle in the window, and I won't let it go. Not tonight, not ever. I won't let it go. Maybe love is just a candle in a storm, something small and warm against all that cold and dark. Maybe keeping it alive is the bravest thing a man can do with a broken heart. And maybe you can feel it wherever you are tonight. One small point of warmth and light in all that dark and wide. I hope you feel it. I need you to feel it, because I'm burning everything I have to keep it bright. There's a candle in the window burning still. I'll keep it burning here against my will, against all sense and reason, against every changing season. There's a candle in the window on the sill, and it burns for you. It only burns for you. It always will. It always will. Always will. Burning, still burning for you. Burning, still burning for you.
Didn't notice how you always hung while doing dishes in the evening sun. I didn't notice that you had a song for every ordinary thing you'd done. I didn't notice how you took your tea, 2 sugars and a little bit of me, always asking, should I make you one? Before I'd even thought of wanting some. I was always looking somewhere past the moment, always somewhere past the beautiful. And now the beautiful is gone, and I am left here with the list of everything I I missed, of everything I was too full of life to feel. Before you were gone, I didn't know what I heard. Before you were gone, I didn't know good from bad. I only knew the habit, never learned the word. Before you were gone, I didn't know what love was worth. What love was worth. I didn't notice how the house had sounds. It was specifically and only yours. The way you'd lock and double check the door, the way your footsteps knew our creaking floors. I didn't notice how you always knew when I was sad without me saying so. How you put on something warm and something good, and just be near me without need to show. The kind of love that doesn't make announcements, the kind that's just the air inside a room, the kind you breathe so deeply and so daily you forget that breathing keeps you from the tomb. Before you were gone, I forgot to love. Before you were gone, I forgot to look at the way you left, at the way you moved. Before you were gone, I forgot to learn every single thing about you. Every single thing about you. If I could have one ordinary Tuesday back, just one, I wouldn't waste it being somewhere else in my head. I'd sit across from you at breakfast, and I'd actually see your face. Not the idea of you, not the distracted half of me that was always somewhere else. I'd see the way the morning light hit your hair at 7:15. I'd memorize the way you held your cup, the way you read without your glasses, squinting at the page. I'd notice everything. I'd notice everything. I'd hold it all so carefully. And when the day was done, I'd say it out loud. Every single thing I noticed, every single thing I loved, before it had the chance to become. Before you were gone. Before you were gone, I should have said every word I carried left unsaid. I love the way you hummed, I love the way you stayed. Before you were gone, I should have been more awake, more present, more here, more yours. So much more yours.